Welcome. This is Spotlight, and I'm Pastor Dan. And we're taking a month to just look at the whole sort of package of questions around future. What happens when you die? Is there really life after death? How do you really know for sure? I read a story, I won't use the name, but many of you would know who it is. He was a famous pastor, and his father was a famous pastor. And after 30 years, at about 50 years old, being a pastor, he just gave it up. Just decided that these things that he had thought were true just weren't true. There is no heaven. There's no resurrection of Jesus, no life after death. Don't waste your time hoping for it. This life is it. This is all there is. Get as much fun out of this life as you can, and it's okay to be a good person. Yes, that's a good idea. But there's no more. And at the end of your life, when you breathe your last, that's it. Cut to black. The end. There's no more. But almost every religion in the world is hoping there is some more. I've been to all those huge temples in Egypt and, of course, the pyramids. And all over the walls, there were all these inscriptions and drawings that had to do with trying to make it to the other side. They spent most of their life trying to find a way to live forever. And King Tut had his tomb full of gold, hoping that on the other side he would have all those things. They embalmed them. I've been in the museum in Cairo. All these dead pharaohs somehow wanted more. I've been in Thailand. We've had funerals, even in the church. Sometimes they would bring their old customs. And a dead person would be there. They would put coins in their mouth and money on their chest. And there would be these paper mache houses and servants and cars. And they're hoping that somehow the gods would notice and give them all those things in the next life. I've been to the Buddhist funeral where the priests are there. And they would have a bag in front of them, and all night long, people would slip up there and put a little money. Poor people, hoping that if enough money came to the priest, that the priest would say the right prayer, and their relative somehow would live on and live in a good way. Had a Japanese lady. She said, "Is it okay if I go to the temple and pay for flowers and make offerings?" I said, "Why do you do it?" "Hoping my husband will have a good life wherever he is." We're all hoping for that. I want to know, how long will I live? What more can I have? We all want more. I stood next to a Vietnamese lady in Vietnam, and I did whatever she did. So she lit incense, I lit incense. And then she would shake it, I would shake it. And she would shake it 3 times and go to each god in her temple for all her relatives, father, mother, grandparents, hoping that what she was doing was somehow adjusting the scales of judgment in the universe, and that her parents would have more. And we have this verse that says in John 3:16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life." There it is. Christianity claims that it's in Jesus. That this life doesn't have to be all there is. There can be more. And he said the last night before he died, "I'm going to die, but I'm going to come back, and I'm going to go prepare a place for you, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to get you, and I'm going to take you to be with me, so that where I am, there ye may be also." That's what he promised. And he kept talking about a golden city where no one will ever die, and everyone will be happy, and you can be with your family forever, and there will be music and a tree of life and a water of life, and you'll be with your favorite people forever. What are the odds? What are the odds that it's true? Jesus said he would die and he would rise again from the grave. And maybe he's true. That the reason everybody longs for there to be more is because there is more. And that Jesus is the way to that. So I chose years ago that I'm going to bet that it's true. I can't prove it. I can't put it into a test tube. I can't put it into a legal court of evidence and prove it. But with 12 disciples dying because they believed they saw Jesus alive, that Jesus said he could do it and he did it, I'm going to take him at his word that he can do it. And it says, you don't have to go be a monk in a monastery somewhere. You don't have to shave all your hair. You don't have to keep some weird rules or never eat good food anymore. What do you have to do? Whosoever believeth in him. I'm going to take a chance that that's true. And that by believing in Jesus, I have a chance to see my father and mother and be forever with them. I hope you will. There's a spotlight. God bless you. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.